Hello everyone and welcome back to another LEGO's Minifigure Showcase. This time we're going to take a look at the Hunter from Bloodborne, as the title says. So diving right into it, we got the Hunter, and he was quite a journey. Just going to get this out of the way. I finished him at the end of 2020, but then I had to make his weapons. And that took some time, but eventually I made them and they turned out pretty damn good, I have to say. Overall, the figure turned out, I would say, great. Yeah, I'm gonna say great. I think the figure is pretty damn great. Even though it's pretty much a 2-year-old figure by now. I still think it looks pretty damn good. Obviously, it's gonna have my trademarked sloppy lining. I just can't get away from that because I'm using paintbrushes. I'm not using tacks or anything like that. Just paintbrushes. And I'm trying my best to actually get straight lines and thin lines, but sometimes I just don't care. Well, most of the times I just don't care. But it's fine. I don't mind the lines that much. You gotta focus on the whole picture, not small little details. Because the figure is already pretty tiny, so glaring too much at the small things are probably not the best thing to do. Sometimes you can do that, obviously, but for my figures, just don't look for the fine detail. Just don't do it, because you're just gonna get disappointed anyway. I do have to admit, though, that sometimes the small little details, or just a specific little detail, can just really make the figure stand out or save it or whatever. Like you focused everything on this certain area or that little thing, and you're really proud of it, and that just pretty much saves the whole figure. That's a thing that can happen, but for the most part, I'm trying to just make it work as a whole. I'm not trying to focus too much on every single thing, every little detail, just trying to make it look whole and complete so you can tell what the hell it is. And you can kind of tell on the arms that they don't have that much details, obviously, because the gold area right there is supposed to have some engravings, I believe. And there's just no way. I just said, nope, I'm not doing anything. I just want to finish up this figure. Because the arms was the last thing I did. The arms and the legs. I just wanted to get that out of the way and be done with this figure, because I believe, I'm not too sure, I started him in 2020, I think. It might have been 2019 even. I'm not too sure, I don't remember. But that's just the thing. If you work on a figure for too long, you lose motivation, and you're thinking, why the hell did I put so much time and effort into this, and it's only halfway done, sometimes not even that. So you're just gonna get it done, because you're not gonna get the motivation or anything like that. You just gotta get the figure done, no matter what. Do whatever you have to. Just paint it, doesn't matter if it's good or not, just do it. Do it! And maybe you'll revisit the figure sometime in the future. But just be done with it. Get that over with. And I'm still very happy with the figure. As I said, I think it's great. Because I did pour in a lot of effort into the sculpt. The first thing I did was the head sculpt. And I really like how the hat turned out. And even the paint job with the weathering and stuff. Probably would have used a different varnish, obviously, now. Because I would like to have this figure just completely matte. To fit with the gritty, realistic look, obviously. But all my figures look matte now. Doesn't matter if it's anime figures or game figures. It just doesn't matter. I use a flat varnish, Mr. Super Clear. It's the best varnish out there, I think, for matting stuff down. Really great varnish. And the only parts that actually has that on this figure is the weapons. I tell you, getting that cleaver done was just such a pain to figure out how I was going to make the whole thing open up. And it was just such a simple thing to just do this clip joint thing. But for some reason I had this whole different idea, just no, like, I'm not even gonna try to explain it. It was just terrible. I tried so many things to get this lever system to work, but I just couldn't figure it out. And all of a sudden, just like, it hit me, like, just take a clippy piece and that's it. That's all I had to do. Wasted time and effort on that. But in the end, I think the cleaver turned out great. Especially the paint job with the weathering and the bandages and everything just turned out amazing. Cannot say the same for the blunderbuss, though. I like it, but I never used the blunderbuss in the game, so I have no connection to it. I did use the cleaver. That's the only weapon I used, was the cleaver. But I used the pistol, I believe. I didn't use the blunderbuss. I don't know why, I just never did. I just took a Lego rod and just sculpted on top of that. That's all I did. And obviously the stock is also some Lego pieces that I cut up and glued together. I just did that because I didn't want to sculpt too much. I had to save my gray stuff for some other stuff that I was doing at the time, so that's why I decided to use some Lego pieces, because I had them lying around. Why the hell not? Right? I do like the sculpt, and I do like the weapons, but I also gotta say that I really like the coat. Probably not the cleanest paint job, some lines are just terrible, but I still like it, as I said, as a whole. The figure works as a whole. And just the front, specifically, I just like how the belt goes down right there. I love it. Absolutely love it. When this figure came together, I was like, yeah, I'm surprised it actually worked. It actually worked out after all this time. And obviously nothing is permanent on the figure. The neck piece covering his face is removable. Coat is removable, obviously. And I think I wanted to challenge myself when I made this, because I haven't done that many realistic figures, obviously. Most of my library of figs is obviously just anime figures. And even then I want to try to challenge myself and pick some harder ones and just try different things, add more details, whatever, you know. Always looking for new challenges and trying to improve and gain knowledge, some skill, but mostly knowledge. That's what I'm trying to improve when it comes to making figures. Because up till recently, I just figured out how the hell I'm gonna varnish them correctly. After, what is it? 2013. 9 years. 9 years have I been making figures, but I didn't start varnishing until 2015, I believe? So let's say 7 years. 7 years without knowing how to varnish correctly, and now I think I got it down. Knowledge, people. Knowledge. Anyway, as usual, I've just been yapping on about whatever, but it's been Lego related at least. Well, custom related for that matter. And with that, I say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the figure, mostly, because there's no joy in listening to me. I mean, I'm talking right now and I'm just wanna tie a rope around my neck. Nah, I'm just joking. But anyway, you know the deal. If you want to see more figures, just hit that subscribe button and they'll pop up eventually. Tutorials, updates, showcases, shit posts maybe. Who knows? But keep following and maybe I might grow tolerable to you. Maybe. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, because I do want to hear what you have to say about my figures, even though nothing will change. Always good with feedback. If it's negative or positive, doesn't matter. Just leave it down there. We can have a discussion, ask questions about whatever. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.
Bye-bye.